Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today in this next video, I'm going to talk to you about two verses in the Quran, which is Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 155 to 156. And it's about how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that we will definitely be tested. And so the verse is Surah Al-Baqarah, the second surah of the Quran, verse 155. And we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits, but give good tidings to the patient. Now that's verse 155. So the tests that we will definitely be tested with are, number one, fear. And not just like one specific fear. It's for example, fear about your bills, fear about your security, fear about losing your job, fear about your health, fear about your wealth, fear about, what if, fear about, not being able to put food on the table, fear of not having your drink or your water. These are just examples of the different kinds of fears that we will be tested with. Excuse me. Number two is hunger. Sometimes you may not have much food. Sometimes there might be food shortages or famines, and sometimes you may be hungry. Number three is loss of wealth, lives, and fruits. So loss of wealth is maybe like a salary reduction at work, or maybe you just lost your job. That's a big one. And loss of lives is, if you lose your close family, your close friends, or if you've lost your own life, you yourself, if you've lost your own life. Then loss of fruits. I looked this up and I've found that according to some commentators that this could mean the loss of a child, which is the hardest calamity. And at the end of this verse 155, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he says, but give glad tidings to those who are patient. So then in the next verse 156, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he continues and he describes those who are patient. And what does he say? He says, meaning the patient ones, when disaster strikes them, they say, indeed we belong to Allah, and indeed to him we will return, which is inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, which is something that a lot of us say. So those who are patient, whenever something bad happens to them, some calamity, some hardship, or distress falls on them, they say, indeed we belong to Allah, inna lillahi, and then they say, and indeed to him we shall return, wa inna ilayhi raji'un. And this is something, like I said, we commonly say when someone close to us dies, but we just say it as a phrase, like inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. But we don't, if you look at the meaning of it, it gives you some sort of hope and strength and happiness. Do you think, okay, whatever I'm going through, indeed I belong to Allah, so I'm going to go back to Allah. And then when we go back to Allah, there's going to be justice and there's going to be peace. So whatever I'm going through, I'm going back to Allah, and Allah will sort it out. Allah is the most just, and Allah will sort this issue out. And I know this was short, but may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us steadfastness in our religion. May he make us amongst those patient ones whom he has described in his ayat. And with this, I close. I hope you all have benefited from this video, and if you could please share this with your friends and your family, so this way they may benefit from this video as well. And inshallah ta'ala, until I see you all next time, I leave you all in peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.